Hi Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising. Welcome to Ethernal Realms and welcome to your February reading. So the Sun is moving into your sign on the 18th of the month, and then we have a new moon as well on the 20th of the month. So let's see, there's not quite a lot going on this month compared to January and what we will see in March. So this is a nice time to kind of recollect our thoughts and see where we are, what our plans are, pivot a little bit if need be, and so on. And since it is beginning your season, and also we're letting go of things in Aquarius season from the 1st till 18th of this month, there's a lot of clean slate, there's a lot of purging and unnecessary things just washing off from your life in order to allow you to have a new beginning. So let's see what we have. Oh, very nice. We have waning crescent moon with surrender. So that's what the Aquarius season is bringing. There's a lot of flow and harmony that is being created in your life this month. We also have finalized with the waxing gibbous moon, and this can indicate some finalization of certain plans. There could be some things just all up in the air, nothing, confirmed. But in this month, you have a better idea of where you're headed this year. Any travel plans you have, any friends you're meeting, any new projects that you're attempting, things like that. There could be just finalizations and confirmations of those things. With the surrender, there's nothing that you are doing that is making this happen, honestly. Basically, you're doing what you do, but it's as though the external world is rearranging or aligning itself to bring this conclusion or understanding, a culmination, yes, towards you. Okay, then we have Mountain Road. You are on the road to success. That's very nice. That's an amazing card to get for anybody, right? Then we have Egg, which says success assured with good plans and hard work. Okay. Then we have Boat, which says money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall. And boats, they symbolize a journey as well. It's giving me 6 of Swords vibe, so moving on from something that is not beneficial anymore. It can be a changing of environment, or you're thinking about moving or traveling. You are on the road to success. Twice we have success here. So there is definitely some validation coming through, some more rewards, recognition, new contacts, more flourishing, and so on, that brings you that feeling of success. You can also really clearly see how far you have come, and this card is giving me a Capricorn vibe. So in January, you could have thought of certain things that you're now working on or you're delivering on, and the rest is you kind of surrendering the rest, because there's no point in expecting or obliging others to do something or not, because ultimately that's their choice and all you can do is your part. So that's what you're doing, and it looks like the external world is falling in place and is just delivering the necessary resources that you need in order to make your dreams come true. Okay, so there can be a financial, career, prosperity, and growth happening for you here. We do have a full moon in Leo, which is on the 5th of Feb, and that is falling in your 6th house of work, occupation, the team that you relate to. If you have hired people, then it's your employees and so on. So there can be very good relationships that you have there. There can be some changes in that regard, which brings about more flourishing as well. Okay, now let's see some oracles, see what's happening. We have find your sacred flow, which is so apt, right? I just said you're really in alignment, you're flowing in this month. I don't feel any opposition from you, honestly, and even if it's like an upslope that we see with the mountain road, that's where you just keep pushing, keep doing what you do, keep going, and you will get there, because the road you're on is in flow, that's in alignment. So when we say in flow, it doesn't mean that you don't do anything and you just automatically get there. It just means that, you're in a path that's suited for you, where you're not feeling as though you're conflicted and you're being pulled in 10 different directions. It's when people work along with you and the resources come around to you as you keep moving forward. Okay, then we have cut the cords of doubt. This could be a release that's happening as well in the first half of the month, especially. And this can be surrounding ideas of success and money and prosperity. How do you talk about that? Do you feel as though it's too hard to make money? It's too hard to, get that promotion, or it's too hard to just be successful in the way that you want? If those are some ideologies that you have, then in the first half, there is a very good opportunity for you to release those thoughts. Okay, surrender to the process. It doesn't matter. We can't control other people. We can't control their minds or anything. All we can do is do our part. That's it, right? So as long as you keep doing that, you will automatically be veered into the right path, because you know what is in your, in your court is your cup of tea, and what is not. So yes, I feel like there's a lot of liberation here, but you are getting yourself there. Then we have get back to elemental, which suggests get back to the basics and do what makes you feel nurtured, happy, and safe. I feel like this is encouraging you to switch to your comfort zone and then switch out of it. There's a very fluid vibe I'm getting here. So after work or school or whatever you do in your daytime, spending some time just doing the very basics, walking bare feet, being mindful of your body, so doing some breathing exercises or exercising in general, eating healthier, being nice to yourself, taking care of your space. It's like really little things like that can make a very big difference in how you feel about this month as a whole. You might be very drawn to just the little things that make you happy. It might be the ones that you savor the most. It's like food, it's not, just any lunch will do, or just about any breakfast will do, but like prioritizing that and adding a little bit of a touch. So if you're making an egg, it doesn't mean that you have to always boil it the same way and then do nothing else to it. The little embellishments can make something very usual and mundane very magical, right? So little things that make big differences, that's coming through for you. Next we have 3 of Wands, which suggests optimism. You're feeling optimistic, you're feeling as though you're expanding, you're building your network, you're connecting with new people. There can be relationships overseas, and you can be making some travel plans again. That's coming through here. If you're waiting for a response about something, it's likely you're getting a positive answer here in this month. And there is still some work to be done. Everything is not yet over with the 3 of Wands, but it is looking really good. And this whole road to success thing can also indicate that you're looking forward to the path ahead. Even if it's a long journey, it's an exciting long journey, right? You can't wait to savor every moment of it. So experimenting, discovering, connecting with new perspectives and affirmations, law of attraction, positive mindset, all of those things are really loud and clear. You're also more attractive and magnetic to other people. So if you want to socialize, then this is a nice time to expand your network much more than in the previous month, which was more about the 12th house, and you wanted to rest a little bit, or prioritize your intuition, your quiet time, solitude, and so on. Okay, next we have the Page of Wands, which is again about the contracts and building networks, getting messages. There can be a lot of communication that takes place here, perhaps with your co-workers or your colleagues, your work projects and so on. You can be learning a lot of new things as well, but it's a very open curiosity here with the Page of Swords. You might also find that you're interested in many different things, and you're excited about many different things, right? So you don't want to sacrifice one thing or the other, so you just do what piques your interest in that given moment. So Page of Swords can be a little bit distracted, like you send an email and it is not yet confirmed or anything, like there's no conclusion to that, so you're just forced to move on to the next task and then move on to the next and next and next, right? So it can feel a little bit scattered in the month in terms of really having a solid, meaningful conversation, but it is still forward-moving communication that gives you bit by bit different pieces of information that helps you form a bigger picture, which is also super necessary, right? So this can be you taking an internship or learning something. It can be you teaching something as well, learning a language, reading a book, writing a book, expressing yourself differently, and so on, and doing some research as well. honestly. Okay, then we have the Two of Cups, which indicates partnership, alignment, once again, being in flow. This month, honestly, you're very in flow here. There's nothing is too much and nothing is too little. I feel everything is in good balance. So the scattered energy as well, I don't think you mind that. You're a mutable sign. This is kind of in your wheelhouse, right? You know how to cope with yourself when you have so many emotions or so many thoughts going on. You know how to bring yourself back when something is very meaningful or important to you. There can be one other person that you're connecting with here. Perhaps you're working in a duet instead of an entire team, 2 people working on a project. You can be talking about romantic relationships. If you are in communication with someone, there can be a lot of communication back and forth here. And there can be discussions of fears, doubts, insecurities, experiences, things like that, which helps both of you kind of understand where each one is. And that helps you get through the tough times, okay? There can be some differences in opinion and disagreements and so on. So try to find the middle ground there instead of getting very kind of solidly opinionated about that. I don't think you do that, honestly, but just a warning that comes with the Page of Swords. But I really like that any communication you're having here, there is a very good chance that it's showing you a different perspective and kind of opening up your mind. For example, you might not even know that there is an easier way to do something. Let's say you're looking for houses and there might be an easier way to look for that, or there might be a different contact that you've not thought about, or a different method or a path that you've not yet seen. And, you know, through your connections, there can be someone who suggests something here and you're like, oh, really? I didn't even know about that. So thank you, I'm going to try it out, right? So that connection brings you in much better flow. It also helps you move past your fears and doubts because it looks like a much better option. Next, we have flight. There could be, and honestly, this is another travel indicator. So if you're not traveling in Feb, you're absolutely planning for something here. Perhaps air travel towards some mountainous places, hiking, somewhere where there's water, things like that. Also water here, so some beaches or some water bodies there, lakes, ponds, something, and also mountainous places, hiking, trekking, things like that. So that can also be some plans that you're looking forward to when you want to wrap up things and kind of get there really quickly. Page of Swords is so interesting because it simultaneously wants to rush ahead and do more things, but it also wants to savor what is happening right now, or like get through everything that's happening right now properly. So reading the email extra concentratedly, for example, while in the back of your mind you're like, I can't wait to get off work because I have other plans and it's so much more fun, you know. So there is a simultaneous patience and angst, but it's all really good and uplifting, right? Then we have wormhole. There is a transportation of realms. So let's say there is a money opportunity here, new projects, new creative endeavors that you're interested in. This can really teleport you from one way of being to a whole other space. Same goes for if you have a different perspective on things, different connection you build, the validation you get, you know, things like that. Or it's the little things that you try and you're like, it's not that hard actually to make some change happen. It won't be full-blown, 0 to 100 in one go, but we can do some things, right? Some little things here and there. So the wormhole is about that, just that one switch, and lo and behold, you're in a different place. Right, so, and that, by the way, also can indicate quick travel. So flying somewhere really loud here, or you're planning for that. You also can be wanting to change your lifestyle, because we have that full moon, right? So there can be a habit that you're cutting out, or you want to simplify your life, kind of go back to minimal living or something of that sort. Include some reading, writing, and that expands your vocabulary, connects you with a different community, things like that, that perhaps you find more of a tribe, more of a kinship in that realm. Like I said, you're already on that path, and it's as though the external world is finding you, right? Instead of you chasing after something. Page of Swords gives me a busy vibe. So a lot of things going on in the head, okay? At least in the first half. and there's a lot of communication. But Mercury is going to move into Aquarius on the 11th of Feb, so from that time on until March sometime, I don't remember the date now, there can be a lot of talking, a lot of thought process, a lot of new perspectives and ideas. There can be some spiritual communication as well, guidance that you receive, and that really piques your interest, new lessons you learn, some talents that you have, but you're developing on those things in the backdrop, things like that. So you're keeping yourself busy. That's liberating for you, and before you know it, you're transported into a whole other reality. Okay, wow. Pisces. We have the moon, Aquarius, and the 3rd house. Yeah, so all of this talks about networking and finding your soul tribe, honestly. So if you're in social media, marketing, sales, something related with that, client relationships, you can be communicating with your clients quite directly, or acquiring projects, calling about projects, anything creative, anything related with research, innovation, technology, intuition and healing as well, is part of this month. There's a new way of thinking that will make you feel a lot more peaceful and in alignment. It feels as though by the end of the month, you're like, I'm in the right place right now. This is the right time, this is the right place for me to be doing what I'm doing right now. It makes sense somehow. Okay. And that's, of course, a very personal description. So yeah, that's going to resonate differently for each and every person. So take it as it resonates. You'll know when the time is right? Okay, so yes, that's what I have for you, Pisceans. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope the reading resonated and that it helps you out. Let me know your thoughts. And if you want a personal reading, you can reach me via Etsy. The link is in the description box and the comment below. I will see you some other time. Until then, take care. Bye.